for a reaction. We are excited to have on GOP strategist Lauren Tomlinson and townhall.com political editor. He's a great writer, the one and only Guy Benson. Guy, first to you. Guy, doesn't this show how abnormal the last 4 years has been under Biden? You know, Trump just did an hour-long press conference and took questions from reporters. Biden, we haven't seen that in you've said it, I think you tweeted this out. We haven't seen that in 4 years.
It's rare from him, and we've gotten not even a single question for Kamala Harris, who's now the replacement nominee in that party. So there's definitely a striking difference there and a departure. What's interesting is, Liz, if you look at the schedule that you put on the screen coming up here for Biden all week, and now he's off to the beach, that's a little bit lighter than it's been over the course of his presidency, but not much. This is sort of what he has done. The big difference is they lied about it a lot more until he became irrelevant. He is no longer relevant. He's technically the president, but everyone has moved on to her. He's no longer the avatar of the Team Blue tribe. And so the types of things that the press kind of ignored or lied about actively for a while, now they're just sort of kind of like, oh, yeah, I guess that was true, but doesn't matter anymore. Who cares? Yeah,
so what Guy just astutely pointed out, we should care. It matters. This is abnormal. I mean, we've got World War III, Lauren, possibly brewing in Israel, shaky markets at home, and a possible U.S. recession.
Yeah, I think in an ideal situation, what we would see from the Biden administration is still very forceful communication about a leader in charge, an America strong, especially to our international its allies and adversaries, and that they would give space, as they should, to Kamala Harris and Waltz right now as they do the campaigning and as she introduces herself to the American people. But you still want the president out there talking about what's going on with the country, because, again, it's very important internationally. It's very important for our national security. And I also think, you know, from the Biden perspective, why would you not want to spend this time legacy building and talking about the things that you've done? I think as a communications strategist, that's exactly what we would recommend, is go out there and talk about the things that you've done and define your experience and make sure that people have a positive view of you, not just the last impression, which was the debate.
Yeah, so what Lauren just said. Guy, why would any rational, reasonable person want to vote for more of this? Because the misleading of America was industrial strength. We got former Speaker Pelosi, Guy, now saying she was long upset and dissatisfied with Biden's campaign before he dropped out. So basically, we now are dealing with a candidate, Kamala Harris, did not win one Democrat primary vote, only got ranked dead last with 1% of the vote in the 2020 Democrat primary, but now she's the candidate.
And she dropped out before Iowa. Look, what you saw there from Nancy Pelosi was her bragging about what she did behind the scenes. They looked at the political operation and the polling and decided, oh, wait, our nominee, our elected nominee and incumbent president can't win, so let's force him out and nullify our election. That's what they've done. They've replaced him with his vice president. There has been this unbelievable blitz of propaganda and PR for her. So she's now on the rise, tied or ahead in a lot of the polling. And the question you asked is, why would anyone vote for more of this, considering how unhappy most people are with the direction of the country? And the answer comes down to partisan polarization, and a lot of people just don't want to vote for Donald Trump. I think that there's a strong case to be made. We've got to get out of this. We need a change, but there are many millions of Americans who will stick with the Democrats no matter what, or if they're wavering, they don't want Trump back. That's what the Republicans have to overcome.
That's where we're at. You know, so what happened with putting Kamala at the top of the ticket, Lauren, is really anti-American. It's anti-democracy. It's undemocratic. Watch President Trump on this.
To have done it this way is pretty severe, pretty horrible. You would have thought they would have gone out to a vote. They would have had a primary system. They would have done something. But to just take it away from him like he was a child. And he's a very angry man right now, I can tell you that. He's not happy with Obama, and he's not happy with Nancy Pelosi, crazy Nancy. She is crazy, too.
What do you think, Lauren?
You know, I think that this is a message that isn't going to necessarily win the very small amount of undecided voters that now are going to be deciding this election. As Guy was just saying, you have very enthused bases right now because of Kamala, and however she got to the ticket, that's just the reality. So my hope is that the Trump campaign really takes this time to continue to message the policy case of how unhappy people are in their current situation, as you were saying, about the economy.
Lauren Tomlinson, Guy Benson, always terrific. Thank you so much. Come back soon. Kamala Harris, just moments ago.